Hey guys. Um, Alright, hopefully this is recording right. I had some issues recording. Sorry, it's been a little while since I made a recording. I think you saw the video earlier where I mentioned, we had some health issues and stuff to take care of, so I was kind of off the clock for a little while, but back on. I'm going to do a Murder Inc. page here. It's already kind of laid out. I'm going to go ahead uh, and tighten up the pencils on it and then do the inks. I was going through some files today and I saw this Star Wars cover and I thought maybe you'd enjoy a little gander at it while I was getting this video ready. Alright, so here we go. Now I'm assuming that you guys are okay with spoilers on stuff because obviously most of the stuff I'm working on it can't come out until much later. So this is Murder Inc. number 6. This is a page with I've got Val and his mother in a very darkened hospital room, and it's dark for a reason because there's going to be this sort of reveal. So all you really need to know for this page is Val's mother is in a hospital bed. Val's kind of having an argument with her and they're talking. I'm not going to talk about the story layout so much because it's really straightforward here. They're in a dark room, he's leaning into her, and they're talking. The only thing interesting here, I think, storytelling-wise, really, is that all the previous pages, I flipped their order of appearance. So it was always, Val was always on the left side of the panel, and the mother was always on the right side of the panel. And that was consistent for 20-something pages. Here, there's this big reveal that happens. I won't give that part away because you don't need to have every spoiler. But because the scene changes and everything changes, the paradigm shifts. So I go from Val on the left, mother on the right, to switching that. So now the mother is on the left and Val is on the right because everything's turned over, if that makes any sense. I don't know how much of an impact that makes on the reader, but it's something that I like to do that kind of stuff. So I've got my very loose layout here, which I drew on my iPad Pro on the couch. God, I love the iPad Pro because I'm completely portable now in a way that I never was before. And I've always worked on the road or at cafes or whatever, but I'm even more portable now. It's just fucking awesome. Anyway, alright, so that's what this layout is. A layer up before this, I'm going to just tighten up the pencils. So I have this G pen here, and what I do is I keep the opacity low on here so it's always kind of like a pencil. And I use this as my penciling layer. So that was the layouts, and I'm tightening it up, and just going to get right into... I might have to switch out my glasses. My eyesight has been really weird. Like it's somewhere in between needing these glasses, which are more reading glasses, and then my other thicker glasses, which are more for detail. It just sucks. Part of it's just age, part of it is the abuse that, as an artist, you put your eyes through over the years. For you younger people out there, I'm going to tell you, listen to your mother when it comes to stuff like being told not to watch TV in a completely darkened room, not to read your iPads or your phones in the dark and stuff, because it does do damage. That does damage. Just looking at digital things constantly does damage to your eyes. Looking at details does damage to your eyes. And I've always had great eye vision from the time I was young till I don't know what point in my 30s it started to take its toll, but it did. And I went from being able to look at really fine details without glasses and being able to see really far away without glasses, and now this is me. Alright, so anyway. Take care of your eyes, guys. I mean, I guess we can talk a little, since this is going to be kind of talky because I'm just tightening up my pencils. Let's talk a little bit about health. You got to take care of yourself, especially being artists. Most of you are going to be self-employed. Most of you won't have a company paying for your insurance. Most of you will either not have insurance, or you have ACA, or you'll pay for it out of your own pocket. or your parents are paying it for you until you get into your own position to do that. And I did not take care of myself when I was younger. I can tell you that. I used to drink tons of soda. Everybody talks about, oh yeah, I drank a lot of soda. I mean, I would drink close to 2 liters a day, sometimes 2 liters a day of soda. Ate all kinds of shit, like just horrible, really, really bad stuff. You know, like cheesesteaks every day and stuff. I don't know how I didn't become obese. The way I was eating, it was just all horrible. But the point is, you're relatively invulnerable when you're young, but it takes time, and then it catches up on you, man. And then you really regret it. You're like, geez, why didn't I eat some broccoli like once or twice a week or something? I don't know. I'm just saying. Take care of yourself, guys. Your neck, your back, your arms, your eyesight, all that stuff. Like, you don't want to not be able to work one day just because you're in pain or you're sick or whatever. I want to be a very healthy old guy. 45. And when I'm 55 and 65, I still want to be able to sit down and draw all day, 6 to 8 hours a day. And I don't want my health being away for that, you know? Body language is really important. We could talk about that a little bit when it comes to this page here, which is just all layouts and stuff. Give me 1 second. Get my other glasses. This is what these glasses look like. These are my closer up glasses. Anyway, I really should get that Discord thing that Nick Filardi showed me, so I can talk to people while I'm doing this stuff. My wife Taki isn't here right now. She's out doing something. And it'd probably be good to have somebody else to talk to sometimes, especially during stuff like this. It's not so much instructional as much as you're just watching me draw over a drawing already. But the body language is important. So he's leaning in here. He's kind of being aggressive towards his mother. He's upset over something. She's upset at him, so she's reaching to him as he's leaning in. Pardon me. Giving her the look, steely eyes, squinted, upset, mad. Tight mouth. See how the lips are kind of coming in towards his teeth. Oh, this is a weird angle I'm drawing her at. I think I'm pulling it off. We'll see. It's amazing. I watched Nick Filardi do his videos. And he's got his live chat up. That helps a lot. I don't have a live chat going because these videos are for you guys. You know, they're not for the general public. I guess there's a way I could probably set up this streaming thing through Patreon, but it's kind of difficult. Because I'm not using the program that they use in there, the last thing I read anyway. I'm using Streamlabs, and then that goes to Twitch TV. Maybe there's a way to do a setting in Twitch TV that's allows for private streams, but I can't figure it out. Oh, maybe we could figure something out. One of you guys are smarter than me. Like, I could probably have a chat room thing going on in Patreon. I could have that running up and answer any questions and stuff while I'm working. I bet that would work. Should look into that. So he's leaning into her really hard here. He's giving her the shit. He's saying some pretty rough stuff to her. Rough things for a parent to hear. I like drawing a mother. She's a little older. Right now she's in the hospital, so she's really fucked up looking, so I get to really kind of exaggerate her features even more. And it's rare I get to do this too, like I set the whole room up as in just a solid black room. So I get to play around with a lot of shapes and light, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, I'll definitely look into the live chat thing on Patreon. See how we can do that easiest. Or maybe if I do it through Facebook or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If I wasn't doing this right now for a live video, I would email myself to remind myself to do this. I do that a lot of emailing myself. Well, what's funny is I remember, back in the day before we had our phones and stuff, I would call myself and leave messages on my answering machine. So I'd get home from someplace and then I'd have a bunch of messages to myself. Hey, don't forget to do this. Here's an idea for a comic. That kind of shit. So just laying out a bunch of shapes here in the face, trying to keep things as fluid moving as possible. Boy, I realize I really hate doing this video stuff while I'm just tightening up pencils. But, I figured you guys don't need me talking through the whole thing, and you're going to be okay with that. You can kind of scrub through stuff, see what's what. Did that make any sense? I don't know. The other problem, I know I've talked about this a lot, is when I'm making these videos, is I'm splitting my brain into different sections of trying to draw, trying to tell you what I'm doing, also being aware that have to be entertaining on some level. Not entertaining, but I gotta talk to you guys about the fuck I'm drawing and stuff, and see if I can pass on any useful knowledge. But doing tightening up pencils like that right now it's hard. I guess what I could say about tightening pencils up is I do a lot of sketchy stuff. Like I don't do too much of like going in and just trying to draw shit straight out. I used to do that. I used to almost draw directly into these really rough layouts, and just go right into shapes that are almost finalized. They're almost ready to just go right into inks, just to save time. To pardon my cough, I think I'm developing the Black Plague. We'll see. Alright, so that's pretty tight. I'm going to combine those two layers. Now I got to take a look at my crop marks here on my template, and I'm going to make this art here fit a little tighter, these top two panels. Do that like this. Bing. I think that's good. Alright, I think I'm going to leave that video there just for showing one part of the process, which is tightening up my layouts. This is about as tight as it gets, really. I'm going to go right into inks from here, and that will be the next video.